a sleepover coming up and don't know which girly movie to watch, here is an entire list. Do you feel bored and have nothing to do? Do you scroll on Netflix for hours and don't know what to watch? Here are 20 plus girly movies that you have to watch before you turn 20. The first one is an all-time favorite called Legally Blonde, and it is so good. It is one of the best movies you will ever watch. This is basically about a girl who loves the color pink and she's always wearing pink. She is also a blonde. She thinks she is about to get engaged to her boyfriend, but on that dinner he actually tells her that he wants to break up with her, which is absolutely crazy and is a complete shock to her, mainly because he is becoming a Harvard law student and he genuinely doesn't think she's smart enough, which he doesn't say in the beginning but later on. And so she realized that she has to get into Harvard in order to follow the love of her life and to finally gain his love, and she thinks the only thing that is stopping her is of course the law school. So she applies for that, gets in, and the first day that she gets in she realizes, oh my god, this boy has a new girlfriend, which she is super shocked about. She also gets severely bullied because she tries to fit in with the group of her ex-boyfriend and they basically hate her, especially the girl. On top of that, the guy actually tells her that she is not smart enough, and then she's like, you know what, I'm gonna prove you wrong, and she gets to study. So this is an absolute must watch if you want any type of a study motivation, because this will motivate you so much. And she becomes, I think, the best law student in the entire school, which is so insane and I love it. As far as I remember, there's also Legally Blonde 2, which of course is an extension of the first one, and I love Elwood's personality. It is like absolutely top notch. She doesn't care about what other people think about her hairstyles or the way that she looks, because she genuinely just loves the way that she looks. She loves her aesthetic and she doesn't let anybody tell her that she's not good enough. The second one is Princess Diaries 1 and 2, and the third one is in the making, and I can't wait for this movie to be out. It is going to be so good. I have rewatched it so often. The main character lives with her single mom in this house and they're very artsy and creative. She's just a normal girl going to a normal school. There's nothing special about her. She has a best friend and she's very quiet and loves like this one cool boy, but he doesn't really love her back. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, grandma is in the town she lives in and tells her that she is a princess and the heir to a throne, which shocks her completely because she never expected that. Dad has passed away and she's never met her dad before. She did not even know that he was a prince of any kind, and now of course she has to take the throne. She doesn't really want to do that. She's also a bit more on the shy side and she's very dorky and nerdy, so she is being entirely transformed by her grandmother. She also makes a deal with her grandmother. She's going to do a couple of sessions, but she doesn't really want to be a princess and doesn't care about it at all. This is definitely a coming of age story, a glow up, but also she gains so much confidence in who she is as a person. There are a lot of like viral moments in this one. You've probably seen them all across social media and I think it's a must watch. The next one is Princess Protection Program, and I love this movie. This has two amazing actresses. One is Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez's father is a secret agent and he's also a single dad. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he brings this one girl home because she's a princess of another kingdom and she needs protection because that kingdom was overthrown. And of course, Selena Gomez's character hates Demi Lovato because she is taking away the love of her father, and she also has to share this one bedroom with the new princess. She has a lot of weird habits, so they do not get along at all in the beginning, and there is a lot of like turmoil, one on the side of Selena Gomez's character but also on Demi's character, because she feels like she's lost everything. Her mom is still in the kingdom back home and she just wants to get back home. She doesn't really want to be here to begin with. She's very shocked, and they have a lot of like cute bonding moments and it is so funny and it has so many different comedic releases. The next one is Confessions of a Shopaholic, and I love this one specifically because there are so many different storylines and the woman is trying to hide from everybody. The main character is a shopaholic, and if you think you are addicted, you have not watched this girl because she is addicted. She has 1,000 pair of shoes, dresses. She buys anything and everything that's on sale, and she also buys really expensive things, so this is not the cheap kind. And I think what's really annoying is that she's also in debt, and there's this debt collector and she's basically being stalked by this man because he definitely wants the money back. So what's ended up happening is that she loses her job, wants a new job. Only place that she can get a job is at a financial firm where she ends up writing a column on financial experts, and she pretends to be a financial expert, which she is absolutely not. She is so bad at her own finances, and she ends up like falling in love with the director. It is so funny because she is telling him that she has a stalker, but the stalker is actually the debt collector and she doesn't want him to figure figure it out, because if he did, he would know that she is a fraud, and it is an entire thing. It represents a time that we live in so well, because so many people are so addicted to shopping. There is so much suspense in it. Next one is Wild Child. It is one of my favorite movies of all times. I watch Wild Child so often in my life because it is absolutely so different and unique and so much fun. It is about a British boarding school where a girl who is very like obnoxious and rude to her dad and in general, and she basically jumps off of a cliff with a lot of clothing at her own dad's house. He ends up punishing her by sending her to a boarding school where her mom had also been, and she hates being there, so she tries everything to get out. Like, this place has so many weird rules, from no boys allowed, no phones allowed, a very strict dress code. She hates all the people there, and then she befriends a couple of girls. They try to get her suspended. In the end, she realizes she doesn't want to get suspended, and I don't want to mention too much because it is absolutely so much fun. She also like transforms. I feel like all of these movies have a lot of different transformations, and you're gonna love it. The next one is Aquamarine. This is about a mermaid. So two girls are best friends, Claire and Haley, and Haley is about to move with her mom to a completely different place, and they don't want to move away, but her mom definitely wants to, so they're trying to stop her. These are the last couple of days of summer break. Absolutely so much fun to watch, because all of a sudden there's a storm, there's a mermaid, and that mermaid asks for help. This mermaid only has legs during the day, and the second that she touches water, she turns back into a mermaid, so they have to be really careful. And in the beginning they don't want to help. There's a plot twist, because if you help a mermaid, you are granted a wish. Really amazing to watch how her friendship goes, but also in the end, I don't want to reveal too much, but there is definitely a little bit of a twist which makes it worth watching so much more. The next one is She's the Man, and it is also so much fun to watch because there are so many funny moments, especially because there's this girl and a brother, and the brother wants her to pretend to be him in a boarding school, which is insane, and so she has to stay at the men's dorm room and pretends to be a guy for a couple of weeks. So there's a lot of drama because this one girl who loves the brother and is trying to follow him, but it's actually the sister, and she's trying to hide from her. On top of that, she's actually not that good at football, but the brother is amazing at football, so everybody's confused why she is so bad, and so she gets better over time. But at the same time, the guy that she is living with, also she's in the men's dorm room with a guy that she ends up falling in love as the girl version, so over time there is so much more suspense. The next one is Starstruck, and it is one of my favorite movies as well. There are two sisters, and one sister really wants to meet this one pop star, and the other sister does not care about him. And yes, whatever you're thinking is about to come up, because of course there is this meetup with the siblings that hates the pop star or doesn't care about him. So basically they're outside, and the older sibling goes inside and wants to meet the pop star, but the younger one is waiting outside for way too long. Then she decides to sneak in from the back side, and all of a sudden the door opens and he slams into her. Then he is trying to hide from the paparazzi, thinks that she needs help, and basically they end up going to a lot of different places, falling in love, and there's a lot of like problems that are about to come up. They have to hide from the paparazzi. It is so much fun. The next one is Radio Rebel. Now, I used to be really shy growing up, and so this was one of my favorite movies because of that. It represented me in some ways. In Radio Rebel, which I have watched multiple times, there's this girl who's really shy, so in school there are only one or two people that she actually talks to, and the otherwise she ignores. Also, there's this guy that she really loves, but of course there's a cool girl who loves this guy. Honestly, it's very stereotypical. She has a second side of her, kind of like Hannah Montana. There's this like radio show that she is running from her bedroom, which is super famous. Everybody in that area knows, and she is trying to hide her real identity. So this one time she is sitting in her bedroom and she's playing that radio show. She has a father who is a stepfather and a mother. All of a sudden her stepfather knocks on the door, but she actually plays a song, so she's like, oh, he's gonna go away quickly. So she opens the door, starts talking, but he doesn't go away because he's trying to create this bonding moment where he owns a radio show, and he is asking her of advice because he has a spot open and he needs somebody to fill it. So she's like, oh, when he's gonna go, but he doesn't go away, and the song stops. So now she has two options. Either she just ignores it, but makes no sense because he's also listening to this same radio show, and he's like, oh wait, this stopped, what is happening? And the second option is of course to do something, and she chooses the second option because so many people are listening, so she doesn't want to disappoint everybody. She quickly turns on the mic and says, oh, this is another song for for you all, and then of course he knows the secret. And I loved it because she has to hide this identity from the paparazzi, from people from her school, but also she is so shy and going to an actual company and making it a way bigger thing that she ever thought it would have become. The next one is Ice Princess. This is a STEM girl who wants to go figure skating, and so in the beginning she's just trying to get a Harvard scholarship where she has to present a topic in physics, and so she decides that she used to love figure skating, so why not pick that hobby up and try to use algorithms to get better at it and prove that it is possible with certain techniques. She starts studying and learning for it. She's actually so good with all this algorithm that she skips 2 different classes in figure skating. And also there's this another girl who really needs help with something, so she's like, you know what, she's gonna make good money, which she needs, and on top of that she actually gets to help somebody with algorithms that she's already figured out stuff, so she's like, why not? And she ends up helping so many different people get better at figure skating. But the girl has a mother who is a little evil because she wants her daughter to be the best figure skater, and so when the main character actually wants to get better at figure skating and even participate in competitions, she starts to sabotage her. And her own mother is forcing her to go in that direction of her career, but she actually falls in love with figure skating. The next one is Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. There's Lindsay Lohan as the star, and she is so good as an actress. So the main character wants to go to Broadway and she wants to be like a really famous actress. At the same time, she's actually changing her high schools, and in this new high school she tries to become an actor. There is so much rivalry and so much drama like any other teenage movie, and I loved it. The next one is another Cinderella story with Selena Gomez starring as a protagonist. I love any type of Cinderella story because they're all so good, so you definitely need to watch it. And this one has this new twist to it because there is this pop star who is really famous and he comes to this school or town, and of course at this one ball they fall in love. It is so much fun to watch. I've rewatched it so many times because they have so much chemistry, and also there's this show off or a dance off where she's so pissed at him and then he still calls on her. The next one is a Cinderella story where the main character is Hilary Duff. I love Hilary Duff. I watched the series. I love so many of her movies that she starred in. So yes, there's this stepmother and she's withholding so many funds from Hilary Duff's character, and there's this popular boy that of course she ends up falling in love with. The next one is Ella Enchanted, and within this one there's this fairy godmother who accidentally puts this curse on Ella. She has this spell on her that Ella has to listen to every single person's command and she cannot disobey them. Like, it is impossible, which makes it really dangerous for Ella to live her life. And when her mother dies, she actually tells her to be really careful and tell no one about this curse. And of course Ella decides, hey, I can't live like this anymore, so she tries to find the fairy godmother so that she can put a different spell on her so she wouldn't have to live like this anymore. She goes on this journey to find the fairy godmother, and of course she falls in love. Then there's Ever After, and this is another Cinderella story. You guys, I just love Cinderella, so I have watched every single Cinderella movie that there is on this planet Earth. I love watching them, so I used to like watch so many on YouTube, and this is one of them. And yes, it's a typical Cinderella story. And the last one are the Harry Potter movies. I would just recommend watching all of them. They're so good, homie. I watch them so often. I feel like every single autumn people start to rewatch them because they're just so cozy and calming, and there's just nothing like it. I love them. And that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.